Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday night. Gonna finally get a video out. I was having some technical difficulties the last 2 days, and frankly, I've been getting my ass kicked at work, so haven't had a lot of time to update things. But I want to follow up with really what I talked about Sunday night, which was I'm a big advocate of this pattern going back to cold and stormy after the 15th, and there's a lot of differences in models. For instance, European model supporting that idea. GFS model actually has a blowtorch through February, which I don't think is going to happen just because of, if you look at these models all year, you can see the biases of the model and see the mistakes they've made. GFS tends to speed things up too much. European tends to hold things back too much. So if you compromise in the middle, my ideas look pretty strong. And don't forget, I said, after the 15th of this month, one or two storms between the 15th and up to, I think, the 28th. I think I mentioned a storm maybe on the 16th, 17th, 18th time frame, another storm on the 22nd, 23rd. That's still in play. Don't think I'm discounting that, because I'm not. But let's take a look at the upper air pattern. Again, these areas are high pressure in red, low pressure in blue. This really allows you to see the jet streams. This is now, right now, this is the big warm up. Next weekend, temperatures are going to go into the mid to high 50s. It's going to rain, so get ready for that. But it'll be a big relief from the temperatures we had earlier in the week. This comes through, okay. Then going into the 15th here, a coastal storm looks like it probably wants to develop. The European has an inland runner. GFS has nothing. When I look for a coastal storm, I want to see a couple things. You want to see a ridge in the west. You want to see blocking or Greenland, which you have. But also, you want to see something called a 50-50 low, which is a low pressure center, which you see out here, but really drag this down to here. And that really would support an east coast snowstorm along the coast and inland. Say northwest Jersey. This setup more favors maybe a central Pennsylvania, Appalachians type of a system. And right now, I'm not confident that we're going to see a snowstorm middle of next week. That's not the time period I'm focusing on. But their European is showing a storm. That comes through. Now, the 17th, after the 17th, the 19th is what I'm looking at. You have a big ridge pumping up. Okay, so you can see right here the big ridge pumps up. You have a block over Greenland. You have an active southern stream. Blue shows a lot of moisture in the southern stream. You have energy diving down. Now, by the time we get to not 18th here, look at this. It's called cross-polar flow coming in. All we need is this negative down here to be a little bit more north. It phases with the northern stream, and you have a big storm around the 19th time frame. This is an ensemble, so it's an average of many different runs, so it's not going to show as drastic of a solution, but the ingredients are there, and this could be our first shot at a real storm system. Then after that, the European tries to keep that trough in blue over the east coast through the rest of the period, and again, I think around the 24th we could see another shot at a potential storm. And again, this is all potential, nothing's guaranteed, but I'm trying to make the point that the pattern is right for storms to develop, I think, in this period. Real quick over to GFS. The GFS now looks very similar. This is the 14th, 15th, up until after about, say, 8 days. Then it drastically changes. So watch what happens by day 12. It really loads up the specific jet. It shoots it across the country. It brings warm air in. But I think this is too quick with the jet. I think this trough over Alaska is not supported. There's too much warm water over the Gulf of Alaska that should support a ridge. And you should see a cold pattern going into February. I think this is an error in the model, but it's a cause for concern. A lot of outlets are calling for a mild period, but I just don't see that happening right now. And the European does not support this solution. But again, stay tuned because things might change, but it's not what I'm thinking based on other factors I'm looking at. Taking a look at the surface, again, here's the European, here's the rainstorm this weekend. Okay, here's the coastal low coming through on Wednesday. Again, I think this looks good. Is there a chance it could snow? Absolutely, but I just don't think it's probable right now. I'm biased towards snow, but this is not the case where I'm going to be. And then past this period, I'm really looking at the again, towards the 19th, I think we have a northern jet dive down. We're going to see a southern stream, and I think a storm might blow up. So we'll keep an eye on it. Thanks for checking in. A lot more updates coming. I think by, say, early, middle of next week, we'll get a much better grip on where the pattern's going to go heading into February, and we'll see if my call on one or two storms after the 15th comes to fruition before the beginning of February. So thanks for checking in, like I just said, and more to come tomorrow.